Good morning to the Georges family. Here I am finally with my time capsule info. If there's any chance it can make the capsule, because I know I'm long-winded. But I love y'all, and I'm so grateful to know all of you. And I'm gonna finish with that. Now, just to jump straight into it, you asked some questions, wanted to know what are some of the things we do now during the quarantine. Today is May 29th, and Ethan, his version of answering that was he plays with his toys, of course, plays games, a lot of outdoor games. He doesn't play any video games. I mean, he plays a little bit of games on the phone, but not any gaming system. He watches YouTube. He likes to fart. He wanted me to put that in there. He plays with his friends. He loves going to the beach. He loves going to the pool, Chuck E. Cheese. So he can't wait to get back to that. His birthday is in just a couple days, June 13th, and he wanted to have a splash party, but our swim club is closed for the entire summer. They just announced. So we're going to have like a carnival style birthday party, so that's out the window. And we used to go swimming at the Y all the time, but that's not something we do now. He loves getting on a plane. He loves buying Legos, particularly. He loves planting plants. He's eager to go to Disney World and also back to Universal Studios. And we want to go to the one in Florida this time. He loves watching movies and feeding ducks and burping. So that's Ethan. Okay, where does he see himself in 10 years? Playing basketball, thinking about being a fireman, driving a car, and maybe also buying a car. And I'm like, wow, in 10 years, I guess he could be buying a car. It's wild. For me, what do I do now? Planning for the reopen of the food truck. I'm taking classes upon classes. I just need There's this movie called The Wrong Missy, I think, and it's really funny. Everybody's been watching it lately. I think it's on Netflix, and I'm kind of like that Wrong Missy person. Like, I'm taking CAD classes for drafting. Is what my stepfather does. He's a six-figure person and has been since he got that drafting certification. So I'm going to have that in my back pocket. I want to have my real estate license. I want to have, I finished all my food handling classes. And I also want to have, I'm finishing my degree. I'm doing that through Straighter Line. That's a program that gives you some of your college classes for like $60 a class. Heaven sent. I'm thinking about doing a fitness certification. I didn't pay for that or sign up for that yet. And I'm working now to develop being a Amazon seller. So all those things. Now, I could just go back into tech support, career-wise, but I really don't want to do that. I want to send myself to another bracket. So I am in contact with some local doctors about laser lipo. So maybe this will be different in 5 or 10 years. And that's another project. Let's see. I am homeschooling Ethan, and I love every minute of it. I love all the subject matter, all the curriculum, and I'm really most excited about teaching him a lot of African history. The last 200,000 years of African history. So that's certainly going to go and predate us before the North American slave trade. And I can't say it enough. We are grateful without further, of course, beyond what we can say, for any crusaders, anyone who did anything to lift people of color out of slavery in America. There's still slavery in the world, unfortunately, but there's so much credit to go to people, but there's so much to understand and learn as far as the development, the contributions, even the spirituality of people, particularly African descent people prior to slavery. When I was growing up, my biggest issue with history class wasn't so much what I was learning. It's just that my story as a black person has to start. Okay, well, first you were slaves, then you got over, now you're who you are now. And I'm like, that. Why do we keep starting everything as slavery? I don't get it. That's not even the start of Africans in North America at all. There were Africans in North America prior to the slave trade. Everybody knows that. Anyway, so I want to work further on understanding, just what's there to understand. And not for the effort of being pro-black, I call it, in the worst sense of what that might mean. Ultimately, I want to swing it back around to Earthlings. I want to lose patriotism a bit on purpose, not for the sake of being unloyal to your country, but for the sake of being loyal to any being, any person on the whole planet, any animal for that matter, any being that God chose to create. I would see every person on the planet the same. So yeah, that's what I'll be swinging it back around to. But I do want to know myself, if you will, my history, and I want my children to know, and maybe understand that might play I'm sure, some sort of role in self-worth and all that great stuff. So just want to understand it. Just don't want it to be hidden from us, and want to explore it and know it, and then move on back to full circle, back to bring it full circle again, back to the whole human race. And my whole effort now is to be altruistic and just to practice some principles that I'm learning from Sadhguru. I listen to Sadhguru. It's spelled Sadghuru. I listen to Infinite Waters a bit, and I listen to James Ashby, who is just an Australian vegan activist. Infinite Waters is a motivator, a person who helps pulling good energy for people, philosophizer. Give me 1 second, I'll blow this up in 1 second.
Okay.
You just handed me a balloon. And Sadhguru is a yogi, I think he calls himself. So anyway, I'm mentioning them now in case when we open this time capsule, just to get an idea of what I think about those three come, and a little bit of Mel Robbins, by the way. A little bit of Mel Robbins and the 5-second rule lady. But just want to get an idea, maybe want to get an idea 5-10 years what I think about those four folks. So let me see, back on track. I am working a lot to invigorate my space, home improvement projects, invigorate your space, change your environment, be the change you want to see. If you don't like something, just do something about it. There's a zillion ways to improve your space, be it high end, high dollars, or be it a very inexpensive hack of how to transform a space and make it beautiful or comfortable, or have it offer you the energy that you need to be, the space you need to be in, what you need to see. I need to see certain things every day. I need to feel my deck on my bare feet a certain way. If I want, or if I need those things, if they invigorate me, then create them. Understand how to make it happen. And make it happen. Like, just do it. I am working further to garden and explore how to connect with nature. I really want to understand how to garden. And right now I'm growing a couple of avocados that are sprouting. I got one, hopefully looks like it might turn into a tree, and a couple of other plants. So I've got avocado, rosemary, and radishes, and mint. So I like to know how I'm doing with the, and I'm composting. So let's see how I'm doing with that in a couple of years. It might take me some years to figure it out. I'm working to dip and dab in meditation, and I want to really tackle Vipassana meditation. That's the one I'm most interested in right now. I'm really always thinking of my mom and dad, trying to think about them, honor them, connect with what it meant, the time that I had with them, you know, what that meant versus them being gone now. And just really working through that, not in a sad way, just in a growing way, just in a understanding, you know, the whole cycle of how life is supposed to go, and working to reflect, really pull in the moments, the significant moments that was with them, that I had with them. So there's a lot I can recall and can remember and can build from the times that I had with them, and I really am wanting to be sure that I can stay that course. Let's see, just trying to work out, trying to stay fit. In 10 years, I see myself living in Cali for sure, or living wherever Glory lives. I'm pretty sure I need to see Glory all the time, every day. I'm not going to be able to see her just once or twice a year or something like that. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be living wherever they live. And I'm trying to get my hands into so many things because, like I said, my current career was decent. It's just decent and regular. It's basic. A lot of people think it's just good job, decent benefits. No, I need something well beyond that, because I have to offer myself so much choice. Like, I have to be able to choose to live wherever Glory is or something like that, and make sure I'm comfortable and Ethan is comfortable and Justin is situated and Sean is happy and Sean Jr. is I'm able to help him and stuff. So I can't, I need to move into being able to have great choice, because number one, in 10 years I see myself living in Cali or wherever my Glory lives, wherever my grandkids live. Or if, say, you know, my other kids, they start to have their kids and they're in another state, I need to have the choice where I'm deciding to go visit these folks all the time, like every other month minimum, or I just don't even know how I would live. So I gotta expand the choice. But again, back to where I'm living though, Cali seems like it makes sense in 10 years, along with the connection with Glory and Gift and Dayana, and being around people who want to have you around. That's a big deal. And how I can help them. Cali, I think, also support a lot of the direction where I'm going. Everything from the fitness to the gardening. I work to be the change I want to see and just be my own environment or create my own environment. But sometimes I'm climbing a muddy hill a little bit. If everyone around me is not into fitness, or everyone around me wants to eat a beef burger or a steak, I'm just, it's tricky, you know, because it's like, it's no judgment, you know, we're all raised how we're raised, and we're all raised in it, so it's more, it may not be the inspiration that I need when I'm not at my strongest, so I may have to put myself in that environment. I think, you know, that might be necessary. I do have an entrepreneurial spirit. I do expect to own about 4 businesses in 10 years. I do want to know the piano in 10 years. I can play one song called Fleur Elise, and that's it. I want Ethan to know the piano. Again, I want to be able to travel to all my kids at least every other month if they're just around the country, around the globe. Let's see. I would love to know another language in 10 years. I would, let's see, my predictions for the future. Oh, and simple. My favorite saying, in 2,000 years, everyone will be black. That's it. that's the future. Is that too black? That's just what I think is going to happen in 2,000 years. I just think it's sort of inevitable and everybody should just chill out and just go with it. Let me see. Favorite quote. Stop trying to fit in when you are meant to stand out. Stand out on purpose. I love that quote. I just saw it recently. And I get into these rhythms where I really try to fit in to certain circles, or really try to fit in, even with family. Like, I'm trying to be with certain cousins and certain family members and certain whoever's who aren't really looking for you. And I've got these other people who are looking for me, who are like, come to my event, come do this, come do that. The Georges, Kim, Michelle, Donnie, Kim and Michelle's cousin Donnie, Dondrea, that is, Jeannie and her family. Oh my gosh, Aunt Nikki and her crew. Talise, Tanya and her crew. Lovely. Okay. Monique, Trina,
It's a water balloon.
Oh,
to
wow.
save when it's summer.
Cousin Linda. I could go on a bit. So it's like I want to understand how to keep my eye. Proof and Dayana, that's without saying. So, and then my home crew. Crew right here at home. Ethan, Sean, and Justin, and Marley. So it's like, I really want to, did I say Wanda? I need to understand maybe how to focus on that, because and Auntie Darlene, I love her so much. I love all my family. We're in and out, but she does look for folks, and that's the thing to me. I can kind of get over reciprocity, but I got a lot of family, a lot of cousins who don't really get into reciprocity too well at all, in a disappointing way if you focus on it. So I've let go of reciprocity, mostly so I can understand how to develop myself into doing something because I just want to do it, not doing something because I want something back. So I can get past reciprocity. But I think I should also get past feeling away if people aren't looking for you as much anymore. They're just acting sort of like they've moved on, or not checking for you at all. The people who you really think should, and you're confused, like I said, certain cousins and whoever. So, no worries. I mean, check for yourself, develop yourself, stay home, focus on self, and develop and grow. And there's always all these beautiful souls who are looking for you, checking for you, all that kind of stuff. And you may not have your eyes, sometimes I'm not really hearing them. I'm just wanting to be accepted here, but I got all these here calling my name, and I'm not listening to them. I'm trying to figure out why I can't get in over here. I don't stop that. That's a habit of mine. I don't know how that sounds, but that's the thing. So I kind of don't want to do that anymore, and just understand where I should be looking, or self. I don't need to be that for my name to be called. I could just do self, or also I should pay attention to the fact that my name is being called over here, and not focus on where it's not. If that makes sense. Okay. So that's the thing. Let's see. My other favorite quote, be the change. Of course, I love that. All right, so my connection to the Georges. Oh gosh, the co-grandparent. I am co-grandparenting with the most amazing grandparent ever. to my honey. I leave messages to honey all the time, letting her know, like, you have hit the jackpot, girl. I thought I was going to be obsessed and just totally like, hey, this is my baby. And she has another grandmom who's just like that. So I'm extremely grateful. I'm extremely grateful for how much love and everything just oozes from Mama Chris and the whole crew for Glory. I just am just like, it's good. It's good. I mean, I couldn't ask for more. So that already just like moves me. It just moves me like deep down. And for me to be moved, I mean, that moves me. I'm so grateful for that. Oh, my neighbors are doing something. I hope you can still hear me. Okay. Also, the Georges are beautiful people. They're absolutely beautiful on the outside. They're beautiful on the inside. I felt like family instantly. There's no way to fake that. You either feel like family or you don't with people, and instantly, Ethan and I can speak for Ethan. I'll speak for Ethan. I won't speak for my teenagers and my hubby, but I'm sure they'll say the same thing. But Ethan and I instantly, we felt like family. That's real. You can't fake that. And we are extremely grateful for that feeling, that realness. Another thing about our connection to the Georges is the inspiration. I'm inspired by the Georges all the time. Everything they do, I'm inspired by. Everything Mama Chris does. I think she's this incredible genius person who does stuff, and I'm just like, please just tell me what to do and where to be and what color to wear and where to show up. And I'm just going to do what you say because it'll be genius. That's how I see Mama Chris. So, I just see her as this genius person who's just gonna magic wand the situation, and if you're smart, you'll be in on it. That's my role. I'm looking and I'm like, okay, if I'm smart, let me get in on this, because Mama Chris is doing it, so I'm doing it. So I'm incredibly inspired to watch them, to do what they do, to join them, maybe at some point to inspire them, and if possible. They're always ahead of the curve, so I don't know if I could inspire them, because they're always like, I'm always like, oh, let me do that too. Oh, let me do that too. Oh, let me do that. Oh, I'm copying that. Yep, I'm gonna do that. That's how I see it. So they're always ahead of the curve. So I don't even think they need any inspiration. They're just doers, and I'm totally inspired by them. Starting with Mama Chris, the captain. Totally inspired by Kennedy and her dedication and her focus. The certain look you can see she has in her eye when she's about to do anything, from taking a photo to when you look at her videos and she's dancing, just anything. It's a look of taking herself seriously as a young person, as an artist, and executing. So impressed by it. And I'm so impressed by Colby. He's the sweetest. I love to be around him. Ethan loves to be around him. He's pleasant. He's sweet. He's smart. He's a doer. All of it. He lets people live. He's got ladies around him, so he's just like, you do you. So he's very like that. He's very like laid back. He just lets a person live, So, that's a thing. So I love it. I love that the Georges will make a situation an event. Love it. I love, again, also how Mama Chris celebrates her kids. I applaud her. I take a page out of that book. I might have thought that nobody could beat me in that department. I'm the celebrator of my kids. Like, my kids. I thought I was that person. She might have me beat. And I applaud her for it. I love her for it. I admire her for it. I love to be around it. I love to witness it all going on. So anyway, that's my connection. That's our connection. We love you guys. We love being with you, doing what you do, talking to you, cheering you on, rooting for you, whatever. We're on board. So in 10 years, I hope and I pray that all of us are thriving and happy and growing and loving life, because we all deserve it. And I'm so excited to see what the next 10 years will bring. I'm 46 now, so I'll be 56 in 10 years. So we'll see what that looks like. And yeah. So thank you for including us, or even thinking about mentioning it to us. It's an excellent idea. And I'm gonna get going. I got a zillion errands to run. Love you guys.